on MCA Records, we had a lot of great big old hits. I don't regret any of it at all, but we were always under the gun. Somebody was saying, well, we got to go. We got to hurry up because we've got to get your stuff done. And then we had the next artist has got to get their stuff out. And so it was like assembly line.
Yeah.
And the way I do it now, there's no rush at all. So we could take all the time we needed.
20 years ago, were you choosing the music, or was the music being chosen for you?
I chose some of it. It's funny because when I started out, I brought the songs to Nashville that got me signed to MCA.
Mm-hmm.
And then after the first few hits, then the people at MCA were telling me what I needed to record. And that went on and on and on. And I have nothing against MCA or major labels. It's a business. You got to do what you got to do to survive in this business. And I didn't see it that way. I thought it was music business when I came to town. And I found out real quickly that it wasn't as much about music as it was about business.
Yeah.
So really, real quick, I got a little bit disappointed in how things worked here, and I know it, but that's just the way it's always been. It's never changed. It's never been any different.
Well, you just mentioned being on a smaller label. That and social media, has it gotten easier for artists these days to do what they want to do and not bow to corporate pressure?
Well, Mike, do you remember when social media kicked in years ago with Napster and all that stuff, and how it got everybody mad, and rock and roll groups and even country singers and all the major labels, everybody was getting mad because people were able to get what they wanted when they wanted. They didn't have to get in their car and drive to town, stand in line, and pay $40 for a CD. All of a sudden they could just get it. They could download it. And everybody was upset about that. And I'm glad that they finally came up with a way to make it to where it was profitable for the artist and everybody else in the business that make the music. Because a whole lot goes into making a record.
Yeah.
And I don't agree with the giving away music for free, and I'm sure everybody out here that has a job and that does something for them, they don't want to do it for free. And so it's the same way with music. But now it's all worked out to where they've got it. I don't know how they did it, but they figured it out. Now you can go online and you can buy anything you want. You can buy records that were recorded back in the 30s. Yeah, I love that. And that's why old guys like me are still around.
Well, I think the other thing that I've noticed is that I'll bet you that if we were to go through the audience and say, name your 5 favorite artists, they wouldn't all be country. I think that the genres have become blurred to some degree, but I think that's a good thing.
It has to be, because music is not all about being one way or another. I've always been a big rock and roll fan, and I love country music. I love rock and roll music. I love blues. I love all that stuff, man. I grew up listening to Jerry Lee Lewis and Hank Williams and Elvis Presley, Fats Domino, Kiss, and Van Halen, Aerosmith, ZZ Top, Merle Haggard, Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings. I mean, everybody. And they're all great artists, and you'd be surprised at some of the stuff I have on my iPod right now.
I don't think I would, because some of those you sang about years ago. And on your bad side, some of those names that you just mentioned were in the lyrics to that's a good way to get on our bad side. So, and I think a lot of artists have done that over the years, pulled in from other genres.
If you read the books and if you study the the guys. One of my hobbies is reading the biographies by Merle Haggard and George Jones, Jerry Lee Lewis, all those guys. I read Steven Tyler's biography and everybody. I read them all, and they're all the same way. They they think that music is music, whether it's you like it or not. That's all there is to it. It's all a matter of personal taste. It's not about, well, I like this music, so I can't like that music. But just so happens that singing country music for me is what's more natural for me, and it's what comes out of me. I could sing a Kiss song right now. It sounds like me.
He is Mark Chesnutt, by the way. I'm Mike Terry. This is a new album release party. The new album is called Tradition Lives. It'll be out officially July 8th. Can we get something off the new album, Mark? That's something you and the boys can do for us?
Yeah. Just give me a second here. Let me figure